Frequency Update. January 17, 2014. Greetings, dear ones. We wish to offer an update today on the energies and frequencies in and around yourselves and Earth at this time. Many of you are now in the final stages of integrating your other selves and are truly the embodiment of the higher frequencies that have been washing over lovely Earth in wave after wave after wave. You truly have left no stone unturned within yourselves, and have done great work with much clarity of heart and bravery in shining the light upon all that yearn to be transformed within you. As above so below speaks as a metaphor for many things. This is also a great representation of the transformation that has been occurring within your magical physical vessels. We have spoken to you about everything being a microcosm of another pattern. The universe truly is built upon sacred geometry, and before the higher frequencies could be manifested in your outer reality, they first needed to be manifested and anchored within your inner landscape. There is no difference or separation between the two from our viewpoint. From where we stand, manifestation is truly instant and immediate. However, in the 3D reality, things move a bit slower and need to travel through the density of matter before they can be seen by your physical eyes. The outer will always match the inner. The inner will always create the outer. The form will always be influenced by the formless. We wish not to complicate things, so we can state it clearly this way. Like a station on the radio, your physical bodies act as tuners, and before your bodies and your physical realities can broadcast the station you desire, the frequency of the desired station must first be felt and tuned into in your inner space. As we continue up the spiral into the 5D reality, this process will become faster and faster, and you will see manifestations happening almost instantly. Many of you are already seeing this in ways in your own lives, and we say hang on, dear ones. You haven't seen anything yet. For as you become more and more adept at tuning, holding, and allowing, as you remember who you truly are, and why you have come, your ability to manifest your intended desires will appear to be magical and amazing. In many ways it is magical, and yes, it is amazing. We rejoice at your excitement as you see things speeding up. We want to remind you that this is why the process has at times seemed to take so long, or has only been able to happen in incremental waves. For if you had suddenly gone from 0 to 60, so to speak, you would not have been able to safely house the higher levels of love and light that you now move in and through daily. The vibrations that are moving through you and that are anchored in your physical reality by you, are of a much clearer, higher, purer frequency than anything you have known in this lifetime before. This is truly a time for celebration. We know that you feel this, and while some of you may still wonder, is this really true? We want to reassure you that indeed it is. You, as the first wave of ascension, the front lines so to speak, have done so much work and have been tireless in your dedication to love and light. The peak of the full moon brought on another wave of energies that you were able to assimilate with much greater ease than before. We promise you that had these frequencies been poured upon you even 6 months ago, you would not have integrated them with such grace in such a short amount of time. Your inner work will be an ongoing process as long as you incarnate your physical body, and yet now, going forward, it will be more of a maintaining of it rather than the deep digging and spiritual excavation you have done up until now. Think of an abandoned piece of land on Earth. It is overgrown with weeds, it has become a dumping ground for refuse and unwanted stuff. Its soil was depleted and its vibration was tangled and low. You have all cleared the waste, have brought in fertile soil, have cleared all of the dead, tangled, refuse of neglect, and have planted what is truly a magnificent garden. You have watered and cared for it, and now it begins to blossom. You can see the green buds and shoots beginning to emerge, and it is quite thrilling and exciting. You can now enjoy this magnificent garden, and the maintenance of it is so much easier for you. Now all you have to do is tend to that which you wish to cultivate and nurture, and you will immediately see anything that does not belong or which is not desired. Plucking one unwanted weed from the soil is so much easier than having to clear an entire acre of weeds. This is the best metaphor we can offer at this time. Our scribe, Our friend, our brother is very fond of asking for metaphors. Many times we have heard him utter, "I have no idea what you are talking about, give me a metaphor please." Now that you have become the master gardeners, it is now time for you to begin to live from your hearts, to open the gates of your garden to the people who are still consciously unaware of what is occurring. We remind you that ascension and awakening is inevitable for all. For as the collective vibration continues to rise, all that is of a lower vibration simply must rise too. So now you may say, "What next?" And we will respond by asking you the same question, what is next, dear ones? What do you want to do? What do you desire and long to create in your physical reality? You may look around you now and see many people going through the same thing you went through a year or so ago. Many people feeling that they have lost their way. What they used to enjoy or desire has changed and they don't know why. They are experiencing the manifestation of physical symptoms which they perceive as illness or disease. They cannot sleep at all or they cannot sleep enough. Their emotional patterns are erratic, and as their rational mind tries to understand the beginnings of their transformation, they continue to resist and go into fear. The best thing that you can do for them at this time is to offer the same compassion and love that you offered to yourselves when you were going through this. Honor that they have chosen this path, as it is the path of least resistance for them. For some of them, they will begin to take an interest in these new age ways of thinking. They may have spontaneous events occur in their own lives which completely change their beliefs or call them to begin to examine what they have been taught. Some of them will see you living through your heart and standing in your truth, and their rational mind may seem to be aggressive or threatened by your light. They may challenge you or seem to judge your choices as foolish or misguided. This is the time when it is even more important for you to stay grounded in your truth, to anchor the higher frequencies of love and light, and to not let their confusion affect you. Consider it as when you have been asleep in a dark room and suddenly someone turns on the light. You at first are confused and might even be angry at the person who turned on the light. You might feel the physical sensation of the light being too bright or hurting your eyes. You may even want to put your head under the pillow and try to avoid the light altogether, and there will certainly be much moaning and complaining. However, eventually, they will open their eyes and begin to orient themselves to their new reality. For once the light has been turned on, it can never be turned off. Once they have blinked their eyes and called you a few choice names, they will see that this new light is not a bad thing, that it is cause for celebration and excitement. Now we are not saying that you should force the lights on, or run from house to house busting down the doors and turning on all of the lights. We are simply saying that as you reclaim your divine sovereignty as powerful creators, as God incarnate, your lives and choices will be the light lived in physical example. Your choices will be the beacon, your love and compassion and understanding will be the light that switches on. You will truly be able to say, "I understand, for I have been there too." This is what we wish you to know, that the perceptions of fear and confusion are merely the last protests of the rational mind. For the ego and the rational mind are but gatekeepers. They operate naturally out of defense and fear. That has been their job in the 3D earth, and they have done it quite well. But defense and fear are very low vibrational states and simply will not thrive in 5D earth. So our point is this, dear ones. Anything that is not love or light or compassion is not real, it is only illusion, and you know this in your hearts. Stay grounded in your truth, hold your beacons high, live your lives from your heart center and waver not from your chosen paths. You have done the work to get here, and your reward is of your own making. You are the one you have been waiting for, and now you may stand as an example of what is possible when a life is lived from the heart. That is why you are here. That is the point of all of this. Imagine a world populated by people who only wish to live from their hearts. It is now, dear ones. It is time, dear ones, and from our perspective it is done. You know how to see past the illusion, and now it is time for you, through the clarity of your example, to show the rest of the planet what is possible when love reigns above all else. In love and light we leave you. Rejoice. The lighted ones. Channeled by Andrew Martin. www.andrewmartinartist.com